This video compares two incredible 100-meter finals, one defined by fierce Caribbean competition, the other by a historic sub-10 performance. We break down the races, the athletes, and the key differences that made each moment unforgettable.
Mike is firmly in the hand of Ricardo at this time. I tell you what, earlier today, because of the fact that Jamaica hadn't won a gold medal in the earlier session, there was that feeling that maybe they were underachieving on the day, but certainly in the latter part of the opening day of these CARIFTA Games, Jamaica have really come to the fore.
Well, it's the CARIFTA Games. It's not Jamaica's games. Final of the under-20 boys 100 meters coming up, and what a final this is. This is as open a 100 under-20 final as I've seen in a while. Yes, we've had some high quality finals in the last few years, but I can't even begin to hazard a guess as to who will win this one. On the inside, Jayen Jackson of the British Virgin Islands, 10.65 in qualifying. Antonio Powell of Jamaica, 10.59 in qualifying. Ethan Sam won his semi-final at 10.70. Looked very, very cool, the double sprint medalist at the under-17 level 2 years ago. This man, I thought, looked the best of them all. Elan Bizine of Guadeloupe, 10.43 in qualifying. Jamal of St. Vincent and the Grenadines won his semi-final, as did Jamal Stevenson of Jamaica. Stevenson looked very, very easy. Dylan Woodruff qualified as a non-automatic entry into this championship race, but I wouldn't bet against him getting a medal or even winning it. Aiden Kelly of the Bahamas closes out the field in lane number 8.
Just a moment of prayer for Dylan Woodruff as he readies himself to compete here. He's won a couple of titles in the 100 meters over the last couple of seasons and has really given himself a huge name in Trinidad and Tobago. Many see him as one of the greats of the future.
It's all about having the ability to hold your nerve. I think this race has that look about it. Last year I expected it to be competitive with a number of standouts, 3 or 4 of them maybe, and Devontae Howell, the Caymanian, absolutely blew the field away, and I thought should have gotten Johan Blake's record had he not eased up with about 10 meters to go. So was the comfort level. Ran 10.15 to defend his title. This year we'll have a new champion, but it's so difficult to even begin to figure out who that champion will be. And I'm just realizing, by the way, that Jamal Saunders of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is not there. So we are down to 7. So we're getting word that Jamal Saunders of St. Vincent and the Grenadines actually cut his finger, and they are giving him a minute or so to get it sorted out before the race. Yeah. Boy, we've seen it.
I think it was in adjusting the blocks more likely. That's where he would have cut himself, because I do remember seeing him doing a practice run and then all of a sudden he disappeared. So been one of the races earlier, and that was because the record, the CARIFTA record in the pole vault, was broken. It has been broken twice actually, so 2 have gone over it, and that was the reason for that hold-up.
Relatively new event, the pole vault at the CARIFTA Games on the girls' side, only in its 3rd year. Tension rising for the final of the under-20 boys. One part of the spectacle. It is part of what makes competition what it is. You can make all the predictions in the world, but at the end of the day, it's all about what happens on the day.
I know you've done a lot of cricket, and cricket is usually called the game of glorious uncertainties. I tell you what, today has taken that title over.
It certainly has. There is Saunders now, apologies, making his way to the start area. Won his semi-final. Produced a silencing act at the end of it. On the 20 boys 100 final, Johan Blake of Jamaica has the games record 10.11 in 2007. Saunders gets an opportunity to do a block start. This is it. The under 20 boys 100 final. Jackson, Powell, Sam, Bizine, Saunders, Stevenson, Woodruff and Kelly. Off they go. Jamal Stevenson of Jamaica got away brilliantly. Ethan Sam is running well. Bizine, Woodruff is coming forward. Stevenson has them beat. Redemption for Jamal Stevenson. The little boy from Waterhouse. No need for an apology tonight. He's the CARIFTA Games champion.
What a run and what a story for Stevenson. Wasn't part of the original plan for the 100 meter. He is the plan now. He's not moving the needle.
100 meters. Do we see the third?
Yeah. So we also expect great performances from Jaden Reed and DeAndre Daly. I think they should be getting a PB out of this race.
Here's Uri Lawrence Clark. He's from Kingston College, goes in lane 1.
10.55 seconds coming in.
Jamaica College's Hector Benjamin, he goes in lane 2.
10:31, the number 2 man at JC, hoping to score big points now.
Monk Street into the quiz final. Raheem Pinnock representing in the Class 1 boys 100 meter final.
10.40 seconds.
In lane 4, 818, his name is Boaji Nkrumah from Kingston College.
The 7th fastest junior ever to run the 100 meters at 10:02, Jamaica's national junior record holder at 10:02 and the champs record holder at 10:08.
Next to him, DeAndre Daly of Herbert Morrison.
An extremely talented sprinter who should get a personal best tonight. 10.21 seconds.
Yeah, 10:21, a personal best in the semis. Next to him, Jaden Reed from the Cayman Islands by way of Jamaica College.
He's the number 1 man at JC, their top sprinter, 10:24 his personal best to get to this final.
In lane 7 from Manchester, the cool Hills, Javoon Blair, the central champion.
Extremely talented young man, and we expect a great performance from him. 10.46 seconds.
And rounding out the field, the Penn Relays 4x1 medalist, Junior Harris from Camperdown.
10:41 to get here. Part of the controversy with that false start in heat semi-final 3.
Wait for the cut.
So, again, viewers, expect history to be made right now inside the National Stadium.
Class 1 boys 100 meter final. The record was done in the semi-finals by this young man from Kingston College, Boaji Nkrumah. He laid down the gauntlet with 10.08 seconds a couple of hours ago. He holds the national junior record at 10.02 seconds. He's on the cusp of history. He's on the cusp of doing something unprecedented in a local junior track and field. Will he deliver? We will know in a matter of moments. The set position. It's an electrifying start by Boaji Nkrumah. Daly and Benjamin are chasing relentlessly. Nkrumah steps on the accelerator, goes away in grand style. It's a great performance. 9:97. Wow, we have just seen the first ever top 10 in the history of champs. Comment the hour, comment the man, comment Boaji Nkrumah. Another stunning performance. Wow. What have we just seen? Daily for silver, but Boaji Nkrumah, 9.99. Take that to the bank again. First in the history of champs, top 10. A new national junior record, and for the second time on the day, in a matter of hours.
The 2 men's 100-meter finals, one at the 2025 CARIFTA Games in Port of Spain and the other at Jamaica's National Stadium, offer a compelling contrast between depth and dominance, between a balanced regional battle and a historic individual breakthrough that redefined junior sprinting. The CARIFTA final represented the traditional strength of Caribbean athletics: diversity, competition, and unpredictability. The field was tightly packed with athletes from across the region, each bringing unique strengths into the race. Elan Bizine of Guadeloupe entered as one of the favorites after a sharp 10.43 in qualifying, while Jamaica's Powell and Jamal Stevenson added internal rivalry to the mix. Trinidad and Tobago's Woodruff carried the emotional weight of the home crowd, and athletes like Jayen and Aiden ensured that no lane could be overlooked. From a technical perspective, the CARIFTA race was defined by balance. The start phase across the field was relatively even, with no single athlete gaining a decisive advantage in the first 30 meters. This created a compressed race dynamic, where the transition phase between acceleration and maximum velocity became crucial. In such races, victory often goes not to the fastest starter, but to the athlete who maintains relaxation while reaching top speed. What stood out in this final was the collective execution. Several athletes demonstrated strong mechanics, but small inefficiencies, slight tightening in the shoulders, marginal overstriding, made the difference in a race decided by hundredths of a second. Jamaica ultimately emerged on top, not through overwhelming superiority, but through consistency and composure under pressure. It was a race where the margin between first and the rest was built gradually, rather than explosively. In contrast, the Jamaican high school final told a completely different story. This was not a race defined by parity. It was defined by a singular performance that elevated the entire event. Nkrumah did not simply win, he transformed the expectations of what a junior sprinter could achieve. From the moment the gun fired, the difference was visible. Nkrumah's reaction and drive phase were exceptional, but what truly separated him was his transition into maximum velocity. While most junior sprinters begin to show signs of tension as they reach top speed, he remained remarkably composed. His stride frequency and length worked in perfect harmony, allowing him to accelerate beyond his competitors even after the initial phase. The key distinction between the two races lies in how the final 40 meters unfolded. In the CARIFTA final, athletes began to tighten slightly, with form deteriorating just enough to limit further acceleration. In Jamaica, however, Nkrumah sustained and even extended his velocity. This ability to maintain relaxation at extreme speed is what defines elite sprinting, and it is rarely seen at the junior level. Crossing the line in 9.99 seconds, Nkrumah didn't just win the race, he joined an exclusive group of sub-10 junior sprinters, marking a historic milestone. Unlike the CARIFTA final, where multiple athletes remained in contention deep into the race, this was a demonstration of clear separation. The competition was strong, but the performance was on another level. Ultimately, these two races highlight different dimensions of sprinting excellence. The CARIFTA final showcased the depth and competitive spirit of the Caribbean, where multiple nations push each other to higher standards. The Jamaican final, on the other hand, revealed the emergence of a generational talent capable of redefining limits. Together, they tell a broader story. Sprinting in the Caribbean is not only deep, it is evolving. And while competition remains fierce, moments of true greatness, like Nkrumah's, have the power to shift the entire landscape of the sport.